So this is a little disclaimer. This video is kind of depressing. So if you're not in like a reasonable mood, if you're really hungry or if you're sad or anything like that, we don't want to put this off too long because I think this is a very important video. But make sure you're not in a mood where you're just gonna get sad, okay? You want to be in a mood where you can reflect and take action. So yeah, you might want to come back later. If not, enjoy. Make sure you take action if any of these things come true. It'll save your ass. It's me, the is ruining your life guy. And today, I'm here to talk about how I ruined my life. So, you don't have to do the same. Or so that if you have ruined your life already, just like I did, this is how you get out. So yeah, let's start at the top. This one isn't going to apply to everyone, but to those it does apply to, it's going to fuck you up. If you have unresolved issues from your childhood, that's a bad one. Because your childhood, these are your formative years. So when something big happens, like, oh, mommy just got beat up by a drug dealer, or fucking, oh, daddy's locked up in prison, or oh, whatever, someone overdosed. Oh, the cops are here again. You know, that kind of shit, if you like avoid that, thinking about that and distract yourself and you don't ever like think about, man, my childhood was fucked up. That's gonna manifest in some way if you don't like take care of that kid, because that kid is still inside you and he's fucking hurt. And that's why if you have these unresolved issues, you're gonna feel like empty. This is a terrible feeling, and if you have it, you'll know. And it sounds so weird, but yeah, you feel empty or numb or I don't know, alien. That's if you feel like alien, like not in like, oh, I'm so special, like, damn, I feel like I'm from the wrong world. It's a sign you probably had a fucked up childhood and you might not even realize it. Now, on the other hand, don't just make up some shit. Like, if you had a good childhood and you don't feel those things, and also if another sign is if you have like very dysfunctional relationships, that's a big one. I never realized, like, why does this shit get so fucked up so fast? It was because of me and my childhood. But if you don't experience those things, then like, don't make some shit up. Just, and also don't think that everything is trauma. Just because you didn't get exactly what you wanted as a kid, or because you wanted to go to Disney World and you went to Disneyland or some shit like that, that's not trauma. Okay, so like, yeah, if you have trauma, you might know, or you might like repress it. However, you gotta be careful with this repressing shit because you really just don't want to make shit up. Just think. Like, compare yourself to a healthy, happy family you might see on TV or something. Or maybe one of your friends if you have that. How close was your family? Was it very distant, or was it like kind of close? Or like, so if you were very far away from that, if you had a very dysfunctional family, then yeah, you might have had some trauma. Again, be careful with this one. So the solution, if this is you, you need to stop avoiding it. You need to stop distracting yourself, stop avoiding certain emotions. Let it out, man. Go talk to a deep friend, to a close friend, and have a deep conversation about it, or go to therapy, or talk to someone you trust about this shit. Or even just talk to yourself about it and be the friend you need. So the reason that's number one is because this causes all the other issues I'm about to say. So let's go on to the next one. Isolation. I always thought, I don't need other people. I just need myself. I'm a lone wolf here to grind, get to the top, and then, oh, I got the big sad and wanted to kill myself. So no, don't do that. Don't isolate. Go out there and socialize. Make friends. Stay in touch with your friends. Reach out. Take risks. Try and befriend people you think you'd like to be friends with. Go make friends with like one of your old friends, as long as they aren't like toxic. And take risk in conversation. You can't do this if you have superficial levels of conversation. You have to get deep about shit. Isolation, that one is huge. 3, rumination. This one is, I would say, this is guaranteed to fuck you. Like, if you're a monk, you might be able to do isolation. But even a monk, he couldn't ruminate. And this is exactly why they don't ruminate. They just sit there and, chop wood, carry water. That's what they do. And they're not thinking about, oh, what do I do about my taxes? Why did she reject me? Why do I have a small dick? You're not worried about that. You chop wood, carry water. So if you ruminate about the past, again, yeah, like you don't want to over ruminate about shit. You want to think about it productively and let it out. And then when you're done emotionally processing it for the day or for the week or forever, then put it down. You can come back to it, but put it down. Now you can think. Now you can be in the present. Now you can go watch some Roblox and jerk off. But if you ruminate about the past, if you ruminate about the future, where am I going? Will I be alone forever? Will my dick be small forever? Am I going to be a loser forever? That's bad. Also, one that people miss oftentimes is ruminating about the present. Does she like me? Does she not like me? What are they thinking? And the trick is, most people aren't thinking about you. So, that's good. Take some relief in that. And also, be present. You have to, whenever you catch yourself doing this, you got to stop it. Stop it, Just like that black guy who says, stop it. Get some help. Go help yourself. You don't have to go to therapy, but it does help if you get a good therapist, So rumination, fuck that shit. You gotta be present. If you're ruminating, go do something to distract yourself. Go do something to be present. Put on a good video. Go for a walk. Go call a friend or something. Another first 3. Those ones are pretty fucking bad. Now let's look at number 4. This one I've made a lot of content about. Consuming negative shit. Stop consuming the doomers. Stop consuming the news. It's fucking you up. You can think, oh, I'm going to separate myself, or I can mentally detach myself, or whatever, but bro, it's not a risk you should be willing to take. There's no payoff for seeing this shit. And yes, I'm saying, be ignorant. You should be ignorant about shit you can't control. If you can do something about it, sure, go ahead and think about it. Even if it's a little negative, you can think about that. But if it's something that's completely out of your control, unless you have an action plan or something, then stop thinking about negative shit. Stop watching the news. Stop it. Stop watching doomer YouTubers. This doesn't just apply to social media, although this is the main place. If you have negative people in your life, whether they be coworkers, family members, friends, and 9 times out of 10, they make you feel worse after talking to them in any way, maybe more angry, more jealous, more sad, I don't know. You got to cut that person out. It's better for you, and it's probably better for them as well. So yeah, anytime a narcissist or anything like that, if someone randomly one day just a switch flips, and they just get really angry and they call you a waste of space, that's a sign you should stop talking to that person. That didn't happen to me, by the way, but that happened to my friend. And I don't know, narcissists, people go back to them. But when you get flipped out on, because it's inevitably, it happens to everyone, you gotta cut that shit out. That doesn't happen twice. Not to me at least, but a lot of friends I've seen that happen to multiple times. So yeah, anyone that is negative in any way or expresses deep-seated negative emotions towards you, you gotta let that person go. They're clearly not good for you. Okay, unless it's you're, if you're a dad or something, and then you can't do this if this is your kid or your wife, you gotta take care of that person, and you gotta change something about yourself, okay? So, not in every situation, just if it's a friend or even a parent or whatever, a sibling, just not someone that depends on you. Or a dog. You don't want to do it to a dog, okay? And that you're a psychopath. If you feel worse after interacting with a dog, unless it's attacking you, you're a psychopath. This next one, this will fuck you. You're an animal. Before you're a human, you're an animal. Without human society, all we are is animals. So you gotta remember that. We're first animals. So you gotta take care of that animal. You don't want it to be unhealthy. You don't want to eat unhealthy foods or excessive foods. You want to eat the right foods. Sun is so important. The biggest thing you can possibly do for your animal is get a sleep schedule and wake up when the sun rises. Start there, and that'll be the biggest change you can make for treating your animal right. That's going to give you the most bang for your buck. And then, now that you're awake when the sun is awake, you want to go outside and feel the sun. Even if it's fucking cold out, I don't care. You want to walk, if you have a dog, go walk that dog a couple times a day. Or, if you don't have a dog, just walk yourself a couple times a day. You're an animal too. You need walks. Like, my dog has, at this point, tricked me into realizing I'm not just walking him, but he's walking me. I never realized that. Stop staying up late. Stop eating a bunch of fucking sugar. Stop eating all like the weird dyes and shit. Eat some fruit, some fiber. And okay, so this one I really didn't get on top of this until more recently, but like eating healthier and also going to the gym, those have been huge. As like, it's easy to discount like the gym too much, but like before I went to the gym, I used to think, yeah, sure, that'll do it. That'll make you feel better. Because that's what people say, but they're right. You do feel better. I love that shit now. And it's not going to be the gym for everybody. Maybe it's running for you. Maybe it's sports. Maybe it's just walking in the sun. And you can also do a mix. Mix it up. This one is huge. Self-compassion. If you don't have self-compassion, if you don't treat yourself like you're a dear friend, then you're fucking yourself. If you don't have your back, who will, bro? So you gotta be the person that starts thinking, I'm a person worth taking care of and being taken care of. So start there. Start with some self-compassion. Give yourself a hug. Mentally speaking. I don't think like physically hugging yourself would do too much, but maybe if you sit on your hands, do the stranger, and then give yourself a hug. The stranger, that's a very old internet meme. Only, well, I guess all dudes really will know the stranger, so never mind. This is a big one. You don't think about why you do things. For me, my why was, I need to get good grades so I can get a high-paying job, so I can never be poor again. And that's actually a very shitty why. So that didn't actually really work out well. And then my why became, after I like actually got healthy and happy and started enjoying life, I realized my why is just making the world a happier place. Like where people treat each other better and the world is better because of my presence. I think that's a very reasonable thing on a small scale and maybe even a large scale too, depending on how well this YouTube channel does. So this one's hard to do. So like this one takes time. To find your way, you gotta experiment with shit. You don't want to be too set in stone on one thing. Like just because you're good at something and just because it pays a lot of money and just because society needs it, if you don't love doing that thing, then that's not a good thing to do, in my opinion. I mean, a lot of like fucking alpha males like nowadays would say, no, you gotta do what gives you the most money, what you're good at. I don't care how you feel. I'd say it's pretty important how you feel. So, do what makes you feel good inside. You focus on what you don't have. I'll be honest, for me, it was a girlfriend. While I could get like casual sex, sometimes, I had a lot of trouble getting like a relationship. And it's for a bunch of reasons. But that desperation and that focus didn't end up helping me. So you gotta take your mind off of shit that you don't have. And the solution to that is just focusing on all of the shit you do have and being grateful. Just have some gratitude. And this one is tricky because like if you're really depressed, you won't feel gratitude, you'll just feel shame, like I don't deserve this. So yeah, don't think those thoughts. Trust me, I've been there. It doesn't work. It doesn't lead you anywhere. You want to think, I'm really grateful that I have that was there to change my life. Because yeah, I have a lot to be grateful for. We all have a lot to be grateful for. Some more than others, but you know. And that's like on a small, stupid human scale. Like, oh, he had 2 parents and a loving fucking childhood stories. But who knows? There could be benefits. Like I use this strength. I feel like I'm a better person because of what I went through. Because now I have the experience to help people. If I had 2 loving parents and fucking all of the shit you're supposed to have, then I don't think I would be very similar to myself at all. But yeah, I mean, I would be in it for the wrong reasons. What I mean is, if I didn't get to experience what I did, I think I wouldn't have the perspective I do to know what life is really about. Life's not all about money. It's a very small part of life. So, yeah. Alright, thank you for watching. I feel like this was an important video. Let me know if you got something out of this. Yeah, if any of these things are true, please take action now. It's gonna get worse if you just leave things alone. Unless you just get lucky and fucking you stumble across like healthy connections in your life. But I don't think this shit happens by accident. Not very frequently, at least. Alright, thanks for watching.